It's 7:03 on this Monday, August 12th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. A Monday morning, going to be a magnificent day, and we are ready to go here on the air for Absolute Kubota. Don Hamlet joins us this morning. Don, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I hope that things are going well.
They are.
Well, just a reminder again that we start every Monday morning off with a representative from Absolute Kubota. Absolute Kubota specializes in the sale of Kubota tractors, hay equipment, zero-turn mowers, and RTVs, and they also carry X-Mark mowers, one of the top-selling zero-turn mowers in the country. Absolute Kubota is located in the same building with Absolute Rental and Supply, and they're, of course, located at 1325 West Main in Lebanon, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 6, 7 to 4 on Saturdays, and are right behind Advance Auto Parts. Look for their big sign, look for the orange tractors, their phone number 615-449-6171, the website www.absolutekubota.com. You can also check them out on Facebook. Well, you're telling me that things are going great. Great for July, great in August.
Oh, yeah, it's great. All the weather has cooperated with us. I think we've had, adequate amounts of water. Maybe some people have had too much. And anytime you're dealing with grass and hay and the areas that we deal in, water is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, people are probably, some people especially, going to get an extra cutting of hay this year.
And from what I've talked to the people, they have. I was up in Trousdale County last weekend, had a few people come over to the booth, and, had a great show up there. And it's that time of year. I saw other people are out getting their other cuts in, so that's good for them, and to save them some money this winter when they're trying to feed cattle. So
yeah, and if you're a commercial lawnmower, it's probably been a great year.
All homeowners,
especially if you get paid by the number of times you cut the lawn. Now, if you got a contract, you might have had to work more.
Yeah, I guess if you had a contract, you wouldn't care if it was dry all summer and you never got to mow again. But the rest of us, we like our lawns to look good. Speaking of lawnmowers, tractors, everything right now. I want everybody to know we do have 0% financing, no money out of your pocket. You can get a brand new lawnmower, brand new tractor, hay equipment. You can get all these things with no money down. I would suggest
you're saying you can actually walk away from Absolute Kubota without a penny escaping from your billfold or bank account.
That's correct.
Okay.
Just you bring your you want to bring your trailer, you can probably have something within 30 minutes and you can be driving away. No, not a penny out of your pocket. I urge all the farmers, if they haven't been up to date, they have passed some new regulations to where there's going to be some aid for the hay farmers. So any hay equipment that you might need to buy, if you need to buy a rake, tedder, disc mower, any of those things, call Jonathan and talk to him. There's some new regulations coming out where there's going to be a lot of aid dollars are going to be there. Free money to buy hay equipment. So I know our governor's helped them out on that, and it's going to be pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. And Jonathan Manning is the one too.
Yes, he's kind of our hay specialist there at the shop, and he handles all of that and everything. And as far as that goes, it's going to be a great deal for the local farmers. Yeah. State of Tennessee, there's going to be a lot of money available.
It's probably going to be a good deal for Absolute Kubota.
I hope so. We got some equipment we need to move. It's getting the time of the year that stuff needs to go.
Right, and for Don and Jonathan.
That's right. It's always good. We got a big service department, so if you buy anything from us and you come back, and even if you have warranty issues or if you just choose not to do your service, some guys like wrenching, some guys don't. If you don't, we've got a great service department. We have ways to come out and get your equipment, get it into our shop, get it repaired, get it delivered back out to you. Got a lot of guys with a lot of experience back there. Lance in our parts department, any wearable items, blades, belts, fuel filters, air filters, any of those kind of things, all of that stuff for the things that we sell, going to be in stock all the time. You just walk right up to the parts counter, which a lot of guys walk in, they get to looking around. It's a big building, parts is in the back right back there, and go see Lance, and he's got everything ready for you.
That's really good to know, because the less amount of downtime you can have, the better your operation is going to be, whatever it is, really.
Oh, yeah, whatever you're doing, whether you're just a homeowner and you want to hurry up and get your yard cut so you can go swimming or go ride around or go watch a movie, whatever it is you want to do. You don't want to be fooling around waiting on something,
And even if you have to order some parts, you're pretty good on that too.
Oh yeah, like Kubota parts. If you tear something up on your tractor, most things, there's going to be some exceptions, but most things, if you come in before 11 o'clock in the morning, Lance gets it on order. There's a company that actually delivers overnight and brings it and drops it off, and he comes in the next morning, checks it in. He'll give you a shout normally before 8 o'clock, let you know your part's there. Come get it.
Yeah. Well, that's it's kind of just a good example of the way y'all do business there, and you do keep your customer in mind.
We keep our customers in mind at all the time. That's our number one goal. If we're not being friendly and courteous and trying to be helpful, no one's going to want to do business with us.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure by now you have a lot of repeat customers, and the fact that Philip's been there with Absolute Rental for 18 years doesn't hurt anything either.
Doesn't hurt a thing. Everybody knows Philip Etherly and Matt Bryson in town. Everybody knows them. I'm not going to say that if you walk into the building, you're going to get to deal with them directly. That's why they hire people like me and Jonathan and Lance and Jay to take care of their business for them, and I hope they've hired good people that can take care of people for them.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's always good to have y'all here to get our Monday morning started off well. We haven't mentioned the fair. You are going to be at the fair.
Yeah, we'll start taking things out probably Wednesday.
Worked the Trousdale County Fair.
Worked the Trousdale County Fair last weekend. I'll be working this fair this next week, and then I'll probably be ready to lay down and take a nap somewhere after that.
And, of course, a big sponsor of the great giveaway that we have as well.
Yes, we have a full tractor package that we're giving away this year. I know everybody's probably seen just the orange tractor being delivered around, and that's the easier way to show it. But actually this year, if you pick the Kubota package, you can get a trailer, a four-wheel drive tractor with a loader, a box scraper, and a brush hog, all in one package. That's the giveaway.
We'll see you on that Tuesday night. In fact, it'll be a week from tomorrow night when we do that at the fair.
Yes, we'll see you there.
Well, see you next Monday, and thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, Coleman.
Don Hamlet, he's in sales at Absolute Kubota, 1325 West Main. We're 10 and a half after the hour. I have asked Wilson County Finance Director Aaron Maynard to join us this morning. He is here and ready to talk about what he does, and really a big meeting coming up, I guess, next Monday night.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Welcome. I'm glad to see you this morning, except for one thing. You're a big Chicago Cubs fan.
Yes, sir.
I happen to like the Reds, and they had a 4-game series, but the Cubs have got to be happy that they managed to split with the Reds. They killed the Reds in the first game Thursday night, and the Reds won the next two. And in my opinion, should have won yesterday, but got beat 5-3 after leading 3-0 at the end of 5 innings. But anyway, you're still in first place. The Reds are still 7 games back like they were when it started, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, my father and my uncle are both Cardinals fans, so we have fun family time.
Well, Aaron has been finance director for the county for a while, and he's a man. He's a true numbers cruncher, I think. And the people, especially the county commissioners, I'm sure the county mayor, other people, depend on you to give them good and correct information, and that's really your job, isn't it?
It is, and we have a good relationship with all those people, the county commission and the county mayor, and I like this new group of commissioners that's come in, and so I'm very pleased with what we have.
Well, the budget committee has done its thing. I mean, there's a process that goes through the different departments. Have come up with a status quo budget and made their presentation. And I don't know the whole procedure, but there are committees that this goes through. And then there's a proposed budget that has been come up, and it actually was in last Wednesday's edition of the Wilson Post. I don't know where else it's available, I guess online or whatever.
Yes, sir. I think the Post, we're required by law to publish it 10 days before we vote on it, and the Post being the paper of countywide circulation, that's the easiest place to put it.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about what this does, and I'm just wondering if most people got what they wanted, if everybody got cut back a little bit, or can you give us some kind of overall view of what
Yeah, I think in a nutshell, nobody got what they wanted. There were a lot of compromises made. I'll just throw out two real quick or three. The school system was requesting some additional money. They had to go back and basically redo their budget to make it fit within existing revenues. So they had money for teachers and I don't recall the specifics of what they removed, but they had to remove some stuff. The sheriff had asked for 6 deputies based on the numbers that we run in my office. Actually, they come from the sheriff's department, but we just put them together in a graphic way so that it's easier for people to see. But your calls for officers to investigate have increased by 2,000 calls over the last 2 years. So certainly they're under increased demand for their services. About 42% of our calls for WEMA for ambulance service are in the what we refer to as the Lebanon zone. So out of the whole county, 42% of those calls are being responded to by 2 stations. So the sheriff's department was asking for 6 extra people for his increased demands, and WEMA was asking for 6 extra people, and at the end of the day, they both got 3. So nobody walked away from this process with everything that they wanted. Everybody had something, I think, on the cutting room floor.
Now, just for information purposes here, I'm asking that this is the budget that will be presented next Monday night, but can it be amended?
Absolutely, from the floor. The budget committee does its job and recommends a budget to the county commission, the county legislative body. The county legislative body can accept that budget as presented and vote it up or down. They can amend that budget from the floor. So if somebody, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but if somebody, felt like, there were some things cut out that really needed to be there, then they could, make an amendment from the floor.
Okay, this budget that has been proposed, is there any tax increase involved in any way at all?
No, sir. There's no tax increase in this budget.
What are the chances of it passing as it is?
I think very good. It seemed to me that was the mindset of the mayor and the county commission from the beginning. Was let's do our best to do this without a tax increase. That being said, I know Montgomery County just did 41 or 42 cents. Sumner did 18 to 20. I know Rutherford, I want to say 20. I may be wrong on that. And Williamson, somewhere between 7 and 11 cents. So everybody around us is pretty well, doing a tax increase this year. Mm-hmm. And if I sat here and told you that we would absolutely positively, not do another one, I'd be lying. But, certainly we want to do everything we can. I think people think we get excited about the opportunity to raise taxes. Believe me, there's nothing that we want to do less. Yeah.
Okay, with that, we need to take our break. Aaron Maynard, who's our finance director for Wilson County, is with us. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:18. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford and the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $39.95. That includes tire rotation, safety check, 5 quarts of oil plus tax and disposal. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Well, good morning. The police just arrived on the scene of a wreck here at 26 at Albion Street. That's going to be North Nashville. It's heavy out here on 40 westbound now, coming through Hermitage, Donaldson, trying to get towards the downtown area. It's picked up quite a bit now. Be careful there. 40 westbound, approaching 840, all the traffic flow coming in from Wilson County. It's better to know them than not know them. Free at last bail bonds. That number is 242-FREE. That's 242-3733. I'm Commander Chuck, your on-time traffic.
Caring for a loved one is as natural as the weather. But just like the weather, one moment it's sunny, and the next, you find yourself in the middle of a storm. So when it came time to take care of my dad, I knew I needed help. A reprieve from the storm, so to speak. That's when I found the Pavilion Senior Living. They have expertise and experience to weather the storms in your loved one's life. And now, I can rest easy. Thank you, Pavilion Senior Living. You should visit thepavilionseniorliving.com to find out more.
Someday you may wake up and think, uh-oh, I'm running out of time to do something about retirement. Waypoint Financial Partners can help you do something now that may provide a solid future for you and your family. Waypoint, your future, your way. For more information, call the Lebanon office of Waypoint Financial Partners at 615-444-6548. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Axer Advisors, LLC, 212-314-4600. Member FINRA, SIPC.
Head coach Mike Vrabel's in year number 2 with talent on defense.
It's intercepted. Kevin Meyer, Jarrell Casey, First John Evans, Landry with the sack.
Join us right here with the voice of the Titans, Mike Keith, and Coach Dave McGinnis.
Brought to you by Absolute Kubota Exmart, Bates Ford, Fakes and Hooker, Steve Moore Plumbing, and the Jewelers.
This is Wilson County's home for real country music and the Tennessee Titans. Real Country 98.9.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us here on a Monday morning. We have Aaron Maynard with us, Finance Director for the county. By the way, how long have you held that position?
I just completed year 8, so I've been there 8 years.
Are you selected, I guess, appointed for a certain period of time, or you just got it and you're there till they decide to change or something?
Well, this won't mean a lot to a lot of people, but we're an 81 Act county, which basically means that there's a finance committee that is responsible for hiring the finance director. Takes 4 yes votes out of 7 members on that committee to hire a director. That director then has to be confirmed by the county commission. Mm-hmm. So the process would work in reverse. It would take 4 of those 7 to decide that I wasn't doing an adequate job, and then 13 of the 25 county commissioners to vote.
But you just have the position till further notice, so to speak.
Correct. I run for election every 30 days.
Okay. I hadn't heard it put that way. That's pretty good. Well, you seem to. I think you've had a knack for numbers. That you were in something similar before you came to the county, and this seems to be your calling, if you will.
Well, I hope so. I'm a CPA for a number of years. Certainly spent the vast majority of my career in public accounting, doing everything from income taxes to audits, including local governments. And when I say audits, people think of IRS audits. No, although I did represent people who were going through IRS audits. When I say audits, I'm talking about financial statement audits, where you go in and give an opinion about the financial statements, whether they're fairly stated or not. So, yeah, this has been my whole career, and it changes very, very rapidly. I don't think anybody outside the profession would understand how the standard-setting bodies just continually are changing and adapting the way that we do things. But, yeah, I've been doing it a while.
How many are on your staff? You have an office suite, or
yes,
there at the courthouse, I believe.
Yes, sir. Upstairs at the courthouse, there are 10 of us, and I have a tremendous staff from top to bottom. Sharon Lackey, probably the best deputy finance director in the state of Tennessee. She's just remarkable. She handles so much stuff before it ever gets to me. Yeah. And again, I feel bad about singling anybody out, because the team that I have from top to bottom, I would put up against anybody in the state. I'm thrilled with them, and I hope that they stay around a long time. But I tell them all, I understand if another opportunity comes along and it's something that you feel like you need to do. I didn't become finance director of Wilson County by staying at the first job I ever had and just waiting for for something better to come along. So I love them. I support them. They support me, and believe me, I think the people of Wilson County would be proud to know these people and to see what kind of work they do.
Are you adequately staffed?
I think everybody could say I could use another person, but it's my philosophy. I would rather have people slightly. Why does your staff like you making this statement? I would rather have people slightly overworked than slightly underworked.
Yeah.
It makes it hard when we have people out for extended absences sometimes, which fortunately hasn't happened too often. But we cross-train everybody. So we make sure that, if somebody's out, we have somebody else that's capable of stepping in and doing that job. And, like I say, it's just a really, really good staff. They really enjoy helping one another. They take a very personal responsibility toward making sure that office runs the best way it possibly can. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, it's nice to have a supporting staff, and really good to have somebody, the number two person, who is as good as you say Sharon Lackey is.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
Absolutely remarkable. And I mean, again, it goes down the line. I single her out because she does, obviously she's my right arm. But everybody in that office has gone above and beyond the call of duty. We did a software conversion this past year, and I had employees not being paid. They did earn comp time, but not getting overtime in the office many nights till 9 or 10 o'clock at night, being sure things were going well with the transition.
You probably spend quite a bit of time either in the office or on the phone or on the internet or something with a lot of the county commissioners and the people of the county.
Sure.
You're their source of information.
Sure, yeah. I guess I am sort of the face of the department, and I don't remember which president it was who had the sign on his desk that says the buck stops here.
Harry Truman.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, I'm one that is sort of the face of the department and the one that sets the direction for it. So yeah, I do spend a lot of time talking, in particular, to commissioners.
Well, back to the budget. Now, this will come up next Monday night, and we are required by law, I believe, to have this in place, by September 1?
September 1, yes,
we
sir.
We are operating right now in a continuation budget, which I understand means we continue last year's budget for really July and August, first 2 months of the fiscal year.
Yes, sir.
When whatever is voted in Monday night goes in, is that start then, or is it retroactive to July 1?
Retroactive to July 1.
Oh, okay.
So, right now, for example, we do have a resolution that was put in place back in 2016 that basically says when the county growth rate reaches 3.5% or higher, the county employees will receive a 1.5% raise. Well, when that budget is voted on, that raise will be retroactive back to July 1st. So we'll have to make some adjustments for those 2 months when they didn't get it.
By the way, do all the checks for county employees come out of your office?
They do, except for the school system, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't handle the school system. They handle their own stuff. But everybody else, sheriff, WEMA, animal control, mayor's office, everything else, yeah, all the accounts payable and payroll checks come out of our office.
Well, for those who didn't hear when you and I started here, we were talking about the proposed budget. Now, the budget committee has approved this budget that was published, and that is what will appear before the commission Monday night to be voted up or down, or to be changed, or
yes, sir,
whatever. How would you describe this? There's been some cutbacks, as you said. The sheriff wanted 6, I believe, new deputies. They just provides for 3. A similar thing maybe with WEMA and that sort of thing.
Right.
Is it a pretty good budget considering everything?
I think so. Again, our number one thing is to be as responsible with the people's money as we possibly can be. And, I know some people are hearing me say that, and they're scoffing at it, because I used to think America's pastime was baseball, but its other pastime is hating the government. So I know people don't necessarily believe in every decision we make and everything we do, and I get that. They shouldn't believe in everything. That would be, I don't know what that would be.
Preposterous.
Yes, but at the end of the day, in government, compromises have to be reached. Not everybody gets everything they want, nor should there be a situation where one department is singled out and never gets anything it wants. And when I say want, I really mean need. I mean, things don't stay the same. You look at how we're growing, and you can understand the additional pressure that puts on law enforcement.
Yeah. So. One thing we haven't talked about, there's the possibility at some point, I think, of increasing the adequate facilities tax. Now, then that would affect maybe the sheriff's addition to the jail, I believe.
Yeah, we're having to add on to the jail for those that don't know. Basically, we have a highest daily inmate population of over 500. Quite often, we have 458 beds in that facility. So it's not safe, for the officers that work there, nor necessarily for the inmates to allow that situation to continue. So we are in the process, should have numbers probably in the next month or two as far as what that's going to cost. We are looking at funding that with an increase in adequate facilities tax, but I couldn't tell you what that's going to look like until we get the numbers from the jail. But the idea there, again, is to put the burden of paying for, this is due to growth. I mean, right. So the idea is to put the burden of paying for it on growth and not put it on, people who have been living here in their houses for 20 or 30 years.
Aaron, our time is up. I appreciate you taking time to be with us today. Appreciate the good job I believe that you're doing, your willingness to come out and talk with us. I probably should have you here a little more often than I do, but thanks for being with us today.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Aaron Mater, our finance director for the county, and that's part one of Coleman & Company. We hope you'll keep it here for more. FM 98.9.
It is 7:32. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford, and the regular oil change is the best price around, $28.95. That's up to 5 quarts of oil, tax, and disposal. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Well, good morning. That traffic volume has really picked up now. 40 East coming out of Dixon County, coming past 840, headed towards Nashville to Kingston Springs. Traffic still bumper to bumper here on 65 southbound at Trinity Lane. Yes, it's heavy by the airport now on 40 West to Hermitage Donaldson. All that traffic volume headed towards the downtown area. Around the neighborhood, oil change can come to you at home or at work, saving you time, saving you money. These guys are top-notch professionals. Call around the neighborhood oil change, 709-2645. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
At Absolute Kubota, now you can get a great-looking cut in less time, every time. With an Exmark, the mowers landscape pros trust 2-to-1 over the next best-selling brand of mowers. Right now, Exmark is offering great incentives on the newly redesigned Quest, our most affordable zero-turn riders, starting as low as just $32.99. Check out all the special Exmark deals today at Absolute Kubota, 1325 West Main Street, Lebanon, Tennessee. Exmark, ready to work for you.
Happy Monday. The heat and humidity have returned to start out your work week. Today you can expect a mix of clouds and sun with scattered storms possible during the afternoon. Highs will climb into the lower 90s. Now that chance for a spotty storm will stay with us right on through this evening and into the overnight as well. We'll see partly cloudy skies later on with lows falling into the mid-70s. That's your forecast. I'm meteorologist Nisa Lomax.
Coleman & Company, welcome to part two here on a Monday morning. We get Monday started off right. We do Absolute Kubota on the first half, and then we do Rocky Williams here. And Billy Mullinax is always with us to talk about Rocky Williams, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet. Good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
Good to see you today.
It's always good to be here. Gets my week started off on the right foot.
For people who don't know Billy Mullinax so well, he has a good nickname. If you can't remember his name, just call him No Haggle.
That's exactly right.
That
Coleman.
gets him going.
That's right.
Because of the no haggle pricing at Rocky Williams, everybody pays the same great low price.
That's right, Coleman. And it's not a gimmick like so many. I heard an advertisement this morning that and it was not a car dealership, but it's just so gimmicky that you know that it's really not going to be that price when you get there, or there's going to be add-ons, or there's going to be things you're going to, and we give you our very best price right up front. We give you our best price on our website. It's very clearly marked, and it's just a fair, honest way to do business.
Well, it's like sort of like that old thing about pulling the wool over your eyes or something, or not being able to clearly see.
That's right.
You want to be just totally clear and upfront, where there's this you know what you're getting right off the start.
You know what you're getting, Coleman. There's no hocus pocus and no shell games like you have with so many places. And the thing that is just really wonderful about it is that, Coleman, if I buy a vehicle, I'm going to pay exactly what everybody else pays. Rocky Williams' children are going to pay exactly what everybody else pays. And that's just a fair, honest way to do business.
Well, you can't be any more fair than that.
That's right. And that's what most people want to know at the end of the day, is the fact that nobody else couldn't buy the vehicle for any less than what they did.
Right. Well, there are a lot of people who aren't, I mean, let's face it, they aren't good negotiators.
That's right.
And they can be, well, they fall prey to somebody who's not giving the best price right up front.
Yep.
I mean, that's just kind of been
exactly
the
right.
way the car business has been till y'all came along.
That's exactly right, Coleman. And there's other places that have kind of latched on to one price or no haggle, or but when it comes right down to it, so many of them, Coleman, they will deviate from their price. We've had managers and employees that have worked for these other places that come to work for us that say, well, they say that, but that's not what they do.
Yeah.
So we do that. And
well, there's that old saying about half a loaf's better than no loaf at all. And so if you can't get what you want out of the car, you come down to make a sale. You're compromising, and that's kind of been the way of life in the car selling business all these years. But you're changing things.
Well, that's exactly right, Coleman. And everybody gets treated fairly and honestly. And like we say all the time, we price our cars and not our customers. And people that buy once, typically they come back again and again because they like the process.
What's selling great now? The new ones that are selling great. Your Ram trucks still a big
Ram trucks are still great. We've got lots of those 2019 Ram trucks, the new body style. Our Jeep products are selling great. The new Gladiator, the Jeep truck, is doing extremely well. So come by and see us. Even if you're not interested in the vehicle, just come by and see our beautiful aquarium that Julie told me she has not been down to see yet. And but just come see us and just browse around and look at vehicles. We're a no haggle, no pressure. So if you tell the salesperson, hey, I just want to just look around, I don't need anybody to be with me, then we're going to let you do that.
Yeah.
It's a very low pressure way to shop and a very low pressure way to buy a car.
Well, we do want to mention, of course, that the way a lot of people do get started is go to RockyWilliams.com.
You might see your neighbor there, Coleman.
Oh, yes. All your inventory's there, new and pre-owned, and you've got a pretty good idea of what you can afford just by going to the website.
That's exactly right. You'll know where you're going to be able to start and finish on price at.
And we do want to talk a little bit about the fair here. Rocky Williams, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet. It's been a great giveaway sponsor for about as long as I can remember, long time.
Yeah.
And you've got a Jeep in there this year.
We do, a 2019 Jeep Renegade. It's a beautiful vehicle, wonderful vehicle, and we'd love to see somebody pick it next Tuesday night.
Next Tuesday night.
That's
Plus, right. You've got tickets to give away at your place.
We do have tickets.
Sure, you have people come by each day.
Some people every day.
And you get up to 5.
Yep, that's right. That's exactly
no more
right.
Each
but
time.
No more. That's
only
right.
Once a day.
Once a day. Yep.
It's well, we try to go by the rules there too. But
that's right.
Certainly appreciate y'all being a part of this all these years, and do look forward to Tuesday night a week from.
It's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is, and you'll be there, I guess.
I will be there.
I'll get to introduce you to all the crowd.
Yes, you will, Coleman. For a lot of years. Now.
Yeah, I don't know how many it is. We're about out of time here. About time to meet my guests this morning, but do want to remind everybody you are open Monday through Saturday, your sales department at least, from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's right. And that's 11 hours. 13 hours.
Yeah.
13 hours a day, 6 days
That's
a week. You can sell a lot of cars in 13 hours a day. All right. And trucks. Vehicles. Billy, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time, and we appreciate you being with us.
Coleman.
All right. Billy Mullinax, General Manager for Rocky Williams, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram of Mount Juliet, 600 Pleasant Grove Road. No haggle pricing. Everybody pays the same great low price. We're about 20 minutes before the hour. Before I turn to my guest, just a quick reminder here. We have started archiving every Coleman and Company show online, and just to get you aware of this, a little reminder here, just about every day for a while, you go to WANTFM.com, scroll down the page a little, and click on the link that says Details underneath Coleman and Company, and it will take you to a page with a link that says Click here to listen to previous interviews. And our shows are posted each weekday morning about an hour after they air. Well, Billy Mullinax mentioned Julie, and Julie is my guest this morning, and if you just mentioned Julie, you might know who I'm talking about, but her name is Julie Jackson, and Julie won the Volunteer of the Year Award at the Chamber of Commerce banquet back, I think, in February. And yes, I'm just now getting around to inviting her, but we had an open slot this morning, and I saw her the other day, I guess, doing one of her volunteer things. Anyway, Julie Jackson, good morning, and welcome to our program.
Good morning, Coleman.
You act like you're a little bit nervous or something here this morning. Relax.
Yes, sir.
Just forget that microphone's there. We're going to sit around here and just have a nice conversation until about 8 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad to have you with us today. Now, let me read what it says here about the Volunteer of the Year Award. Again, this is given to the Chamber of Commerce each year, but it says this award recognizes an individual that has generously given their time and talents to the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber. Their efforts through the Chamber have made a difference and positive impact in the community. So you were the recipient of that award this year, and I'm sure that was it was a surprise, first of all.
Yes, sir.
You did not know in advance that you were going to be presented that award.
Didn't see that coming at all. It totally caught me off guard. I was very honored.
Yeah. Well, I think anybody would be when you're singled out for something like that, but you don't get those awards. They don't give them to just anybody. You do something and are recognized, and you've probably been doing what you're doing for a long time.
Yes, sir.
I want to find out a little bit about you today. Now, people who shop Kroger know you quite well, I think.
I believe so, yeah. I talk to them. I like to volunteer. I enjoy horses. If anybody has horses, I like talking about horses.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Mount Juliet. I graduated there, and when they only had one stoplight, and I used to ride my horses through town there a lot, but graduated from Mount Juliet High School.
And what after that? Did you spend time in college, or
I did not go to college, no, sir, no. No, I just had 2 children, and I spent most of my time raising them, and then going to Emmanuel Baptist Church. Yeah.
When did have you always been somewhat of a volunteer?
Yeah, I guess so. They asked me at church a lot to help, and then I help a lot with the Kroger. You know, we have dinners like for Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff, and I've always volunteered with them on that, and people have helped me through the way, so I feel like you should give back, you know, I mean.
Yeah. Well, you were over at the Senior Citizen Center the other day, and I'm thinking I need a program, and hey, you got this chamber award. I need it. And so we worked it out for you to be able to come here today, and it's really nice to see. Now, I've got to tell a story. This was 2 or 3 years ago. And, of course, you do know me a little bit. You probably know my wife better because she comes through your line from time to time. But it was our anniversaries, April the 26th. And I went to Kroger. I was getting some flowers for her and something I don't remember. But the thing is, I had forgotten my billfold. And I come through the checkout line with you. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe I left it in the car. I think you said you'd take care of it. But I went to my car. No, it's not there. Then I realized I had left it at home. That is very unusual for me. I almost never do that, but I did that day. But you were so nice about that, and I had to tell it the next day on the air.
I'd pull over and cry. I heard you say that on the air, and you were, you know, I mean, I feel like we all should give back, because I've been there. I've forgotten my wallet. I've had my card declined because of things. I've been there, and people have helped me.
Well,
so
actually, what you did, you said, I'll take care of it.
Yes.
It wasn't a whole lot of money.
No, sir,
but it might have been, I don't know, $20, $25, whatever it was.
It wasn't much.
Anyway, well, obviously, I mean, I wasn't going to burden you there. I went home and got my billfold and came back and paid you. But
you didn't have to do that. Yeah. I really was glad to do it.
But I got, well, if she'd do that for me, she's probably done it for a lot of other people. And I think that's kind of who you are.
I try to, yes, sir. Like I said, people have helped me through the way, and I try to give back. You know, if I have it, I'd be glad to help people. You know, I've been on the side of the road, and people help me with my cars, and, you know, I just think that's the right thing to do if you have it. You know, and you're a good person. Excuse me.
Well, okay. Thank you. We're at a point where we need to take a break here. So Julie Jackson, again, the Volunteer of the Year, named by the Chamber of Commerce back at the banquet, is my guest, and we got more to talk about. And we will do that after this break here on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:47. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Absolute Kubota and Rental, fully staffed service center and parts department. Most of their minor services can be done the same day. Servicing Exmark, Kubota, Lampride, Red Max, and Billy Goat, 1325 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Well, good morning. It looks like the police have just rolled up on this wreck here inbound on Murfreesboro Pike and Shoemate Lane. Again, that's in Antioch. It's just busy out here where you would expect for this time of the morning on 24 as you make your way up through the construction area. Maybe even a minor wreck here that just occurred. All that traffic flow coming out of Rutherford County right now on 24 westbound here up through the Hickory Hollow Parkway. That's really starting to slow down. Prince's Hot Chicken is the original hot chicken in Middle Tennessee. Check it out today for lunch, 5814 Nolensville Pike. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Gregory Dental in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from University Medical Center. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on a compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medore Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Do you know why Rocky Williams Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Mount Juliet sells so many cars, trucks, SUVs, and muscle cars? Well, it all starts with a simple idea. Why not give everyone a hassle-free shopping experience for their new or used vehicle with no haggling, no negotiating, and no runaround? Every vehicle on the Rocky Williams lot is marked down incredibly low with the price posted on the window. You're treated with fairness and respect every time. No pressure, just a friendly, warm, inviting staff dedicated to finding the exact vehicle you need. So Rocky Williams Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram has become the original no-haggle, one-price dealer. Go online to RockyWilliams.com to see the incredible deals yourself. Every car and truck is listed with a no-haggle low price. This is for real, and you're gonna love it. People drive for miles to get some of the lowest prices in America on their new or used cars or trucks. Go to RockyWilliams.com or come on over to our brand new spacious dealership next to Walmart in Mount Juliet.
Built as user-friendly as it is budget-friendly, the Kubota Z100 zero-turn mower cuts a lawn worth admiring. With smooth controls and a rugged deck, this machine makes mowing way more comfortable. For a limited time, you can get a Z100 mower for as low as $83 a month. Now through August 31st, 2019, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
Absolute Kubota, located at 1325 West Main Street in Lebanon.
And we continue here on this Monday, our final segment of Coleman and Company here. And if you're just joining us, we welcome, of course, Julie Jackson is here, the Volunteer of the Year from the Chamber of Commerce, award presented back in February, as we've already established. But Julie works at Kroger, and I found out a little more about you during the break here. You've been working there 36 years?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It's hard to believe it went by fast.
You like what you do there, don't you?
Yes, sir.
You mainly check out?
Yes, sir. But I help in the flower shop during Valentine's and Mother's Day, and I've done other things. But yeah, I like being a cashier. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You meet a lot of people, and probably most people, I think, I know at my house we do. We pretty much go to the grocery store once a week, have a day to buy groceries. So,
yes, sir.
And I would imagine that's the way it is with a lot of people. You see them on a weekly basis.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You get to know them a little bit, don't you?
Yes, sir. I've made a lot of good friends through there. Yes, sir.
But you started your volunteering. You mentioned at church, at Emmanuel Church. But
yes.
How did you get involved with the chamber?
Well, Sharon used to work at our car. She retired, and she said somebody really needs to get with the chamber. So I started, going to some of the meetings, and I joined the special events. And so there's lots of stuff to do. So I just volunteered, and my work is good at letting me off when I want to go. So.
What are some of the things that you have volunteered, as you might recall, some things you've done that were chamber involved?
I just did the golf tournament for the Harbor Christmas on the Square.
All right, hold on a minute. You're going too fast here. The golf tournament just
yes,
recently
sir.
had
yes, sir.
that.
I volunteered there.
All right, but when you volunteer, what are you volunteering to do? I mean, it takes a number of people to put that tournament on. That's a pretty big thing.
Yes,
it's a big fundraiser for the chamber, I know.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of golfers show up, but they need some people to do some things. What do you do?
Well, I worked at one of the tents, and we did that, like the potato air gun thing where they shot a golf ball. That was fun. And like last year, you just witness, things. Pretty much the chamber organizes it, and they'll tell you it's not anything real hard. They're real good, and it's fun. The golf course is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. It's just, I don't know.
Have you done that more than once?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I did last year, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And probably do it again next year.
Absolutely. If they'll let me, yeah. There's just a lot of fun things, let's see, the Taste of Wilson County, we did Derby Day where we dressed up in big hats and, watched the Kentucky Derby. You just help, they need people just to help do little things, set up the tables and stuff. And I don't know that. Let's see, I did the Ghosts in the Grove, and I did the Books from Birth. Let's see, I did a lot of fun things. And I love the parade, the Christmas parade. I always dress up and ride my horse and dress up like the Grinch. That's fun.
Well, you've done horses most of your life?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, since I was in 6th grade, I rode a horse all over Wilson County, yeah.
You still ride horses?
Absolutely. I have 7 horses, yeah.
Yeah. Where do you have them?
I live on Walnut Grove, and I have about 17 acres, and and so
that's out towards 4 Mile Hill, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, right across from Southside School, there's old sawmill down there. Yeah. That's where I live.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have 7 horses. They're fun, and we trail ride. It's a little hot now, so when we ride, we mostly swim now. But we take them. But yeah, they're a lot of fun.
7 horses.
Yes, sir.
It takes a lot of money to feed 7 horses.
That's why I work a lot. It can be a challenge.
Well, now, are you necessarily in the horse business? I mean,
no,
you don't buy and sell.
No, sir. No, actually, no.
Well, what do you do with 7 of them?
Well, some of them are getting kind of old, but we ride them. We ride them in the parade. We trail ride. So I have different varieties of horses. Like I have gaited horses, and I have like a quarter horse and Arabian. We just kind of. Just trail ride.
You into
my 2 daughters?
Them a little
no,
bit?
sir. No.
No, you just have them.
Yeah,
we just enjoy them. Just ride them.
Very much so. Mostly the spring and the fall.
But you have to take care. Don't they have to be fed?
We feed them. Yeah, we throw them a bucket of feed every day. Yeah. Yeah, and hay in the winter. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. It's something, if you really enjoy it, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
It probably goes with your volunteering spirit.
Yeah, and that's what I like to do, like the Christmas parade. You give back to kids, because I remember as a child watching the Christmas parades. It's a lot of fun. And I like seeing people on horses, so I do it for kids. I enjoy it.
Does the people at Chamber, Melanie or whoever,
yes,
just call you from time to time? We need you to do this, or
well, see, I ask them what I can do. Yeah, but they do ask me sometimes if I can do some stuff. Yeah, but mostly I ask them because they're a lot of fun. They do a super job with everything. We got Lebanon's really nice. It's just a good place to be.
You were. We didn't talk about your mission at the Senior Citizen Center the other day. It was lunchtime, before lunch. I think you were over there. Weren't you bringing some flowers?
I do. I bring them. They're kind of out of date, but they're still got a good life in them, I think. So I take them our flowers, and then if they're closed on the weekends, I'll take them to a senior center, like the Elmcroft or something. But yeah, I like to do that. And I've helped. I love Teresa. She's a lot of fun. So I've helped her with the Valentine's banquet, and then obviously I'll help her with the fair next week. Yeah. And she's very organized. She's a lot of fun. And Kroger's just kind of give me vacation money, to go do these things.
Well, how organized? You must be pretty organized yourself.
I try to be. I wish I could be better, but I try to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't talk much about your family. You've got some children.
I have 2 daughters. My oldest daughter, Kelly, and she has a baby. He's 1 year old. And my youngest daughter, Grace, just graduated from Wilson Central, and she'll be going to Cumberland. But I can brag on her. She did really well in school last year. She got some honors. She's in the culinary, so in the post-start management. And we won for the state of Tennessee in Knoxville, and so we got to go to Washington, D.C. And then they came in 4th out of the nation, and then 6th for the culinary. I was really proud of our school. They did really well. But she's going to go to Cumberland. Yes, sir.
Who takes care of them horses when you're in Washington?
Well, my other daughter, my oldest daughter, she didn't go, but I have, and my neighbors sometimes help me. Mr. Comer will help me. But yeah.
Mr. Comer.
I don't know if you know Carl Comer. Yeah, but he helps us some, and then we feed his dog when he's out of town. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it seems like you have an interesting life. You're a volunteer, but you make volunteering a lot of fun.
I try to. Yeah. Well, you get to see a lot of neat things. You don't know till you get out there.
But you are, no doubt, a people person.
Yes, sir.
You like people. You enjoy people.
Yes, sir.
You like to help people.
Yes, sir.
And that's
very much.
I think that kind of describes you from my perspective.
I've had people say that's a good thing I'm at Kroger's because I like people and I'm at the right place because I like to talk to them.
Well, you seem to like Kroger's.
Yes, sir.
I'll bet Kroger likes you.
And my manager, when I told them I was going to be on the radio, they said, "Well, that doesn't surprise me. I'm always doing something, and they like the fact that I do stuff for them." Yeah.
Well, you're a cashier, I believe is
yes,
the
sir.
proper title here, but that means you check the groceries
yes,
out
sir.
and take care of the money and all of this, and you've been doing that for
36 years, yes, sir.
Well, how long you been? The flowers are an added responsibility.
Well, they were throwing them away, so I would, we started, they say they need them for like Valentine's dance at the senior center. So I thought, well, let's don't throw them away. Let's donate them, and so.
So that's mainly where you come in, or do you have some responsibilities there with the flowers too?
No, I just asked them, I'll take them. I take my lunch and
if you're going to throw this away, that's something I do with it.
I'll take my lunch. Well, I was taking them before they closed, and she said they wanted them earlier. So I take them on my lunch, and then I come back, and I thought, well, I eat anyway. I'll just eat a protein bar and then do it. Yeah. But I enjoy it because, if you make some of these people, and when I took them to Elmcroft one time, they said that, a lot of people didn't have visitors, and so I took a bunch of poinsettias, and that guy gave me a big hug, and that made me cry. It does good to do nice things for people.
You've taken many trips in your life?
I love to travel. I take it with our church. I take it with the seniors. I've been hanging out with them. I went to Mackinac Island. I go to Alaska. I've been to the Panama Canal. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was an awesome trip with our seniors, and it was a lot of fun. But I love hanging out with the seniors.
Well, when you take one of these trips, Are you going as a volunteer?
No. I just go. I feel like, I take every once in a while and take trips. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I've been to Alaska. I've not been to the Panama Canal. What was that?
It was really.
You went through from one end to the other?
Yeah, and actually they said for that cruise ship to go through was like $500,000, and I thought, wow, that's what I said. But it took
$500,000 for a ship to go through the canal.
That's what they were saying, but to watch it, I guess it takes time, and you have to have permits and stuff, and you're like this close to the edge, like 3 feet, and it's like, oh my goodness, if it was rocking, it was really something. It's really something.
We just got a minute and a half. What do you got play in addition? You going to keep doing what you're doing right now?
Yes, sir.
You got any particular places you're going, or a bucket list or whatever?
No, I really don't have anything. I'd like to go back to Alaska. I don't really have anything big I'd like to do. I just like hanging out with the seniors and taking trips, and I love doing the chamber stuff. I hope I can continue to keep doing that.
Well, I hope you can too, because people like you like people,
yes,
you
sir.
enjoy helping people. You've helped a lot of people, no doubt. And I just would have to say that giving you the Volunteer of the Year award was a very good selection last year. And I guess maybe you'll be around at the next one, probably in February, and see who who gets to wear the honors next time.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm sure there's a lot of good people out there that help a lot. I'm very honored.
And you're going to be at the fair. We got.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be.
I volunteer with Teresa on the fair board at the information booth.
Okay, so you'll be helping through the information booth.
Absolutely,
but you'll be there.
Absolutely, I'll be there just about every day. Yes, sir. I love the fair.
All right. Well, we got to call a stop here this morning. But Julie, thanks for taking time to be here. Appreciate you being my guest. And again, congratulations for being selected Volunteer of the Year. And just keep up what you're doing. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's an honor.
That's it for a Monday. Hope you'll join us tomorrow for Coleman and Company. Till then, I wish you a magnificent day.